Hi guys, I'm Ashutosh and in this video we are going to create this using ReactJS and some of its NPM packages. So let's get started. Before we start this, I just want to inform you that the code for this toggle button and this complete code for which we are going to create, I'm going to put that on my Patreon page. So you can download that from my Patreon page. I have given the link in the description box below. So to get started, I have a pretty new React that is created using create React app. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all of these things from my React app, and because I want to create a theming using styled components, that is why I'm going to install some of the packages which we are going to use for this tutorial. So I'm going to install styled components, then I'm also going to install 3 and GSAP for animation and 3D rendering. When all these 3 libraries are installed, now let us style the elements using styled components. By the way, if you don't know how to style the elements, then I have already explained that in my previous video. I have given the link of that video in the description box below, so you can watch that first and you can come back to this one. So now let us start the server again, and for the time being let us keep it div here so that we don't get error. Now let us style this div element and let us say we want to call it as a container. So first of all we need to import styled from styled components, and then we need to create a React object named container, and we need to style that using style.div, and then we need to specify CSS properties. So let me copy paste the properties that I have written already, and let me copy this container and paste it in place of div. So now this container is storing taking the complete width and height of the screen, and we can check that using just giving the background color as any color you want. So if I give black color, it is taking the complete height and width of the screen. So we'll remove that as of now, and then we'll create a switch that we want to make it. So for that I'm going to create a new JS file called switch.js, and let me create a boilerplate to create a component. After creating a raw boilerplate, let us import this switch component in our app.js file. So I can do that using import. And after we import that, let's place that switch component in the container. But as of now, we don't have anything in our switch component. So let us create that switch, and we will create this kind of switch using checkbox. So, but we will modify checkbox and we will style that to look something like this one. So first, let us create a raw checkbox. So for the parent element, we will create a label. So label is an HTML element which is used alongside with checkbox, and we will give label a class name as switch, and inside this switch we will create an input element, and this input element is of type checkbox, and we'll also give a canvas because we want to create a 3D toggle button. So to create a 3D toggle button, we will draw using 3JS on canvas. So as of now, you can see that we have this button right here. Let us remove this canvas as of now because we will create a 3D button at the end, but before that we want to create our toggle effect. So this is a small toggle button. Now we want to create toggle effect. When we click on this toggle button, then the theme of this complete website should change to black or dark mode, and when we click back again, then it should convert back to light mode. So let us first define our themes. So I'll define light theme, and inside that I'll define a background color which will be white, and let me also define a dark theme in which the background color will be something like this. This is a dark color and it is taken from Night Owl theme from Prism React Render. Now what if I want to give my theme to this app? So for that we need to import theme provider object, theme provider class from style component, and this theme provider will provide the theme to complete ReactJS application. Now let us wrap our app using theme provider. So I will put the starting tag here at the beginning and the end tag at the last. Now if I want to give theme to my provider, then give light theme, let us suppose. But if you give anything, but you can see that even if I am giving dark theme to my theme provider, nothing is happening here because we need to access these theme into the container and we have to make the background color by taking the props from it. So how would I do that? So I can define a background to my container, and there I will take the props and I will take the color, that is props.theme.background. Now you can see that our theme of this application is changed to dark theme. So initially let us create a light theme, but you can see that if I want to change the theme, I am doing it by changing this variable. But what I want to do is I want to change the theme based on checking this input checkbox. So to do that, we need to create a toggle method, and to do that we need to use state from React. So let us import useState hook from React. By using this useState, we'll maintain two states in this React application. So first state will define theme and we'll define the initial theme as light theme. We'll use the second state mode, in which we will write the string of the mode. So initially the theme of our app is light, so that is why we have assigned theme to light and the mode to the string light. And if you want to change the theme, then we can use set theme and set mode here. Now we need to create a toggle method. So whenever that method is called, then it will toggle the theme. So what I mean by that is, if the current theme is light, then if I call the toggle method, then it will make the theme dark and vice versa. So let us create a method on toggle which does not take any argument, and in here I will check if the mode is light. I need to create or I need to convert that to dark mode. So that is why I'll convert the theme as dark theme and I will set mode as dark mode. And similarly, I will do the same thing in case of dark mode. So I will convert the theme to light theme and I will set the mode to light mode. So now you can see that whenever the mode is light and this onToggle method is invoked, then I am setting the theme to dark theme and setting the mode to dark mode. And I am doing the completely opposite thing as well. So now, how to call this method from switch whenever the switch is invoked? So first of all, what I want to do is I want to pass this onToggle method to switch. So by passing this onToggle method, still nothing will happen because we have not used this onToggle method in the switch. So let us go back to switch, and here we want to invoke the toggle method whenever the checkbox type is changed or checkbox input is changed. So to do that, we will pass this onToggle method in onChange method. So in input box, we will pass onChange parameter and we'll pass the value as props.onToggle. So now if you can see that initially our app is in light mode, but whenever we click on this, we need to pass, rather than explicitly passing the theme as light theme or dark theme, now I can pass the theme as a state that we have defined. So I am passing the theme. So whenever on toggle will be invoked, it will reverse the theme. So now I can click this checkbox and you can see that the theme of website is changing. Again, if I click on this checkbox, again it will convert back to light theme. So now we have completed the first part of this tutorial, that is to provide different kinds of themes, and we can change those themes on clicking of any button on invoking a method, that is on toggle. Now let us style this checkbox to create this kind of toggle 3D switch, and to do that, first of all I need to hide this by default style of this checkbox, and for that I need to create a CSS file called switch.css. For this CSS, I am pasting the initial CSS which I have created, and it is nothing but it is hiding the default property of the input checkbox, and canvas we are yet to create, and for switch it is displaying as block, and whenever we will hover over it, it will change the cursor, and we are also giving a shadow to it. So let us import this style. So now you can see that after importing the switch.css, our checkbox is gone. I am also adding one more element, canvas, where we will create our 3D toggle switch, and to use that and to animate that toggle switch, I am also going to import gsap. To build a toggle switch in 3D, I am also going to import 3. We also need to import a React hook, that is use effect, because we will animate our object in use effect method. Now let us create a 3D switch. So I will create a 3D switch on canvas inside use effect method. So let me copy some of the code. So I have taken a to method from gsap, and I have defined the width and height of my switch which I am going to create. I have also defined the background color, the dot color and active color for the switch. What they mean is the background color of this switch is this color, then the dot which is right now you are looking at is this dot color, and the active color is the color of this dot when this checkbox is checked. Now let me copy the complete code and then I'll explain you step by step. Now you can see that we have created a switch, and let us understand what code is here. So here we are selecting all the switches which are there in this layout, and we are selecting using the class selector, and for each toggle switch we are executing this complete function, and for that we are creating some variables. So we are taking the canvas that we have created, we are taking the input element, then we are creating the variables for tracking the mouse movement, then we are creating the 3D mesh on which we have created this 3D switch, then we have defined a style and width of our switch, and then we have rendered it on the layout. We have also created a scene and a camera from 3 library. If you don't have any experience working with 3JS, if you don't understand the 3JS code, then just comment down below and I will create a tutorial video on 3JS as well. We have also set the camera position, and we have done some styling of this switch. We have done the same thing with the dot as well. And now you can see that I have used a mode here which we have not passed from app.js. So we need to first pass the mode into this switch. So we need to pass 2 things. One is mode and other is theme. So we are accessing the mode here because the dot in this switch will have preference based on the mode we have. So if it is light mode, then the dot of this switch will be in this color and it will be on the left side. And if the mode of this switch is dark mode, then the button or this dot will be on the right side and it will be of black color. Then we are animating our switch whenever the mouse is over the switch. So if you can see that whenever we are hovering over our switch, it is moving in 3D. So we have done that using GSAP, but I have explained the same thing how to do that in React Spring in one of my previous videos. So I have given the link of that video also in the description box below. Then coming on to the main part, that is toggling. So I am defining an event listener on the change method on changing of input. So whenever the input is changed, then we'll invoke this event listener and the code inside this event listener. So what I'm doing here is, if input is checked, then I will move this checkbox or this dot to right and I will change the color. And the same thing I will do in reverse side. So if the input is not checked, then what I will do is I will revert back that thing and I will change the color back to white. And at the end, I am rendering this complete switch. Also, if you can see that on complete, I have mentioned some method that is on complete move. And there in this method, here I am calling the toggle method inside our use effect. So if we are calling here, then we don't need to define in on change of input, because already we have defined in this canvas toggle switch. So now we are ready with our 3D animated theme provided toggle switch, and if you click on this switch, it will convert our mode to black mode, and again if I click back, then it will convert back to white or light mode. So as I said, I have given the code in my Patreon page, so you can download it from there. So that is it for this video, guys, and I hope you liked and enjoyed the video. I would recommend you to go to our website devsense.in and you can subscribe to our newsletter, get the updates directly to your mailbox whenever we release a new content. Other than that, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and you can join the Discord server. You will get all the links in the description box below. If you want to support me, then you can do that by donating me on Patreon page. So that's it for today, guys. I'll be back with the next video. Till then, stay safe.